people make mistakes, and taking someone's life, that is the greatest mistake you can make. And it almost sounds too light to call it a mistake. It's worse than a mistake. Mm-hmm. But just because that's done doesn't mean another life should be extinguished, because you don't know the impact that person can have on other lives still. That doesn't mean that everyone will, but it doesn't mean that people won't. And even just people in in that person's orbit, also on death row, like my guest last week, who's his faith is Islam, but the previous two, their faith, they're Christians, and they've found through their faith, they found peace, and they found inspiration to. I asked all three of them the question, what do you want to be remembered for when people, say your name years from now when you're gone? And, they all gave different variations of the same answer, but, they want to matter, and they want to make a difference, and they want people to really look back and, look at their life and say, he tried to make a difference. And I think a lot can be taken from that for you and me, for us on the outside. I mean, we get frustrated with different things that are happening with the election or with COVID, and mm-hmm. talk about lockdowns coming back, and it's a lot of noise. And if you can just focus on what can I do today to make a difference, not only I think most importantly, we have to worry about ourselves first to be healthy, both spiritually, physically, mentally, in order to make a difference. So take care of yourself. But as soon as you do that, take care of your family, take care of your friends, and then try to, put that message out so you can inspire others. It's hard to do sometimes, but it's what I try to do every day.
Yeah, you made a comment on one of your shows, I heard, that people who are not actual in metal cages sometimes imprison themselves, whether they are, under punishment or, incarcerated, that we put ourselves in our own prison. And, just having stories of releasing ourselves from prison, or, the literal prison that we're in, or the figurative prisons that we put ourselves in. I think more people in this world need to hear stories like that.
100% agree with you. And it's not only, I think like what my mind goes to immediately when you say that is just the structure of society that we live in today. And people are afraid to test the boundaries of it, be it, especially when it comes to, what's acceptable economically. I think people become very tied to, having a 9-to-5 job. They become tied to, having their health care guaranteed through that 9-to-5 job, to the point that it stops them from taking really not even risks, from seizing opportunities that help to mitigate risks of losing that 9-to-5 job. So I think we are part of the transformation, the transition we're going through as a society. I think that 9-to-5 salaried job, not across the board. I mean, you're still going to have doctors and engineers and nurses and stuff like that. But I think we're shifting to a more creative society. We're shifting to a more decentralized society. And the people who are willing to embrace that are the ones who are going to find success earliest, and then we're going to be able to compound that success and find more opportunities.